Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Philip Foster, and this is a Maximum Change Minute. Wanted to take a moment to talk to you about this idea of best practices. Now, recently I was in a conversation with someone from a very large organization that is in the tech field, and they're well known. And we were talking about this idea of best practices. And actually, we were talking about this idea of leadership and management books like I have on my bookshelf behind me. Now, here's the challenge. I find a lot of organizations, I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them rush to the flavor of the month business idea. Now, here's the thing. I am not against looking at what other successful organizations are doing and to pick and choose and emulate some of the best parts of what they're doing. What I have a problem with is this idea that we must go out and copy everything that an Amazon or a Zappos or a Google or you fill in the blank. We have this enamorment with going out and copying what other successful businesses are doing. Now, here's what I have to say about that. I think that the 21st century organization cannot rely on what has always worked. Just because it worked great for Zappos or Google or Coca-Cola or Walmart does not mean that it's best for you, your organization, or the culture of the organization that you have created. So, while I am not against looking at what is working for other people, what I am really for is the idea of experimentation. Organizations of the 21st century should be in constant experimentation, checking what is working, what isn't working. And that means that a 21st century organization, to be true to the flexibility and agility of a 21st century organization, must be in constant evolution. Because what worked yesterday may, in fact, not work at all today. So we have to constantly evaluate what is working, what is not working, and evolve with that. Now, that means that we could get rid of all sorts of what I call sacred cows. We might be getting rid of email. We might be getting rid of performance appraisals. We might be getting rid of managers. All of the things that are happening today that we're seeing, we may flatten our organization. We may engage self-leadership in a greater way. We may empower employees to make better decisions. I don't know what's right for you and your organization. But here's what I do know. Whatever decision you make, it cannot be a one-size-fits-all, because your company is not a one-size-fits-all. It is very unique. It's as unique as the number of employees that are in the organization. And the more employees you have, the more unique you are. And every time you change staffing, that creates a new uniqueness within the organization. So while I am for looking at and studying and understanding, I mean, after all, I have a lot of books on my shelf, and I'm all about understanding what's working and what isn't working in the world. And I love the idea of understanding psychology and culture and communication. What I'm trying to tell you is, do not rely on the standard. Do not rely on the blue chip. You must look at what is working and not working for you. That means that you're having honest conversations within your company. That means that you're bringing to the table all the employees. If you have someone working for you, they're a decision maker in that company. If you have someone working for you, they have ideas. Now, I'm not talking about groupthink. I'm not talking about a leader that stands up and says, we are going to do away with email, right, everyone? And everyone goes, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, I'm not talking about groupthink. I'm talking about honest conversations within the organization to discuss what is working, what isn't working, and to come up with ideas. Let me tell you something. If you're a leader or a manager, the best person to tell you how to do a job is the person doing it. The best person to tell you what's working and it isn't working is the person doing the job, not necessarily the CEO at the top of the heap. So when we're thinking about organizational change, when we're thinking about growing our organization in the 21st century, it is awesome to go look at what other people are doing, but in the end, you have to build upon what's working best for you and the culture that you have created within your organization. Culture, in my opinion, is created and it evolves. So I want to encourage you to spend some time thinking about what's working in your organization. Don't rush to the flavor of the month book like I have on my shelf. and rely on that to be a one-size-fits-all approach to your organization. You are unique. Your organization is unique. And so you should approach your organization in its uniqueness. That means that only your organization will operate the way it does. Now, it may have some attributes that are similar to someone else, but only your organization does what it does the way it does in the best possible way possible. So that is all that I'm going to present to you today. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to follow me on Twitter at Maximum Change. You can also check us out online. The link here on the screen at MaximumChange.com. Of course, we're here on Blab, and this video will also appear on YouTube under Maximum Change TV. So glad that you could join us, and we're happy to have you a part of what we're doing here. Have a great day.